favorite TV shows of all time is the TV show Gilligan's Island. But there are so many unanswered questions that I have about Gilligan's Island. And I'm wondering if one of you could answer these questions for me. Because, you know, it's just been going around and around in my head and I don't know what to think of it. There are so many unanswered questions. So here are some of the unanswered questions that I came up with. Okay, so the first question that I've always had about Gilligan's Island is, okay, when they're going on that 3-hour tour, obviously Gilligan and the skipper were the ones operating the boat, so I can see the relationship between them there. The millionaire and his wife, well, they're husband and wife, so they went at husband and wife, but what really confuses me is the professor, Marianne, and Ginger, because, well, the professor, he just went by himself. I mean, I've always had a huge crush on the professor, and I know that he recently died, so may he rest in peace. But the professor, did he just go by himself? He didn't have anyone to go with? I mean, he didn't have any sexy girlfriends or wives or anything? And then Ginger, she's a movie star. She's a movie star. And she went by herself. She didn't have like a publicist or an agent or a boyfriend with her. And same with Marianne. She looked like just a regular college student. Didn't she, you know, want to go with friends or maybe a boyfriend or something like that? There was one scenario that I was thinking of, that maybe the professor was secretly a pimp and Marianne and Ginger were both his girlfriends, kind of like sister wives. So maybe they were in some kind of relationship that we don't know about, that's never revealed in the show. So there's that. And then when they're on the island, when everyone is on the island, where do they get all their clothes from? If they were only going on a 3-hour boat ride, why did they bring like all of their clothes? There's one episode where, you know, the millionaires, they just have everything with them and they're almost always wearing the same clothes, or no, I'm sorry, they're almost always wearing different clothes every episode. They brought like tons of outfits just for a 3-hour boat ride. What's going on here? This just doesn't sit right with me. Doesn't sit right with me. What other questions did I have? But yeah, they, and the millionaires still live like they're millionaires on the island. And don't they get on each other's nerves? I mean, I just want to know if the professor ever fell in love with Ginger or Marianne, because they're both very pretty women and the professor is really hot. Granted, he's probably about 20 to 25 years older than them, which may, you know, kind of be weird when he's in his 40s, and I'm assuming Ginger and Marianne were still in their 20s, but if they were on the island for about 15 years, and as Ginger and Marianne got older, they wouldn't have wanted to pair up, or even with Gilligan, because Gilligan is not much older than Marianne and Ginger. Somebody has to know the answers to these questions, because I've been wondering this, gosh, for my whole life, ever since I've been watching the TV show, and it's been showing a lot recently on MeTV. So yeah, I want to know. Come on, creators of Gilligan's Island, answer this for us. But seriously, I gotta know this stuff. Is the professor secretly a pimp? Is he pimping out Ginger and Marianne? Oh, and another thing, Ginger, she ain't no movie star. I haven't ever heard her name, ever. I've never heard of a Ginger back then. Unless I know of a Ginger Rogers. She was a movie star back in the day, but I don't know. Ginger. What, did she just go by Ginger? I want to see some of Ginger's movies. I want to see how big of a movie star Ginger is. Because I've never heard of her. And even if she went missing, that probably would have even made her more famous. So yeah, these are my thoughts. And my questions every time I watch an episode of Gilligan's Island. We must find out the answer to these questions. So yeah, if someone would be so kind to give me your theories, that would be great. Alright, I'm off to my 3-hour tour. Later.